fights that you want, and they don't have a ton of AoE damage right now. So I feel like it's a pretty decent Slark game. The thing is, you've given now 2 great targets for Thompson to want to morph into. The Slark, of course, just adds another layer of and great way to be able to start out this lane. You know, I've mentioned that Kuku really needs to have a solid start to this one. Going to have any chances of taking towers and putting a lot more pressure on. They're on to hide for now, but damage, where's the follow-up?
They should have the damage just in a poison attack. They'll get the kill. Zephyr's going to trade his life with running under the poison attack, but feels like the spam fire is going to be very difficult for them to deal with. The Disruptor's not a crazy laner as well, so I think this is...
KP's in a little bit of trouble.
Spike on top of KP, and they should be able to get the kill. KP recognizes this, so it's going to try and do as much damage.
It's always what you need to be focusing on whenever you're up against the puck, right? You are much less capable than a Morphling. He's got a, what, 4?
Ana is alone at the moment. Q's got the Fissure from afar, another round of the axes as well as KP. He's going to get a little bit of revenge. Beautifully done as they chase down. Actually, Ana, he's got a bit too far forward. They're going to glimpse him back under the tower. They've got the roar if required. Q should be able to get rid of the dismember instantly. The rest of Radiant are trying to TP down, but they're going to be a little bit too late to protect Ana. Close with the toss away, but Zephyr unfortunately not there fast enough. So the vision early on from T1 has been really on point. Gonna jump. Let's see if they got the damage to get the kill. Without the Earth Spike, they might be lacking it. And the rotations have now come out from Talon. They're going to jump on forward, targeting down Whitemon for the moment. An easy kill to the line, but you need to respect Ana. The Pudge is going to be dealing ridiculous amounts of damage once he's on top of the Talon members. As Zephyr will jump back in. Coils out from Makoto, but where's the extra rotations out of team? It's just 2 members battling against the 3, and they do not have the numbers advantage to come out on top. Talon will overwhelm T1 in their own jungle. Mid lane, Thompson might solo kill Savage. A hero in the area, so they know that they're smoking down. I was just singing the praises of T1's wards, but that ward from Talon potentially keeping them alive. Not keeping the Earthshaker alive at least.
It's a valuable kill though, right? Like this Shaker doesn't do anything early on. You know, you're going to have a good time as the Morphling. Viper can just get disposed away from a lot of the Fissure blocks. So I think just making sure that he doesn't get into those super early items to have that true team fight impact is going to be the biggest deal for him.
Not the Helm Dome creep.
Ana?
Hyde doesn't have the level 6 just yet. They need some TPs coming down from Talon. Oh, Hyde just got the ultimate. The experience is enough to lay the Static Storm down. They'll glimpse Zephyr back under the T1 tower. Another easy pickings for the side of Talon. They'll chase down the support. A perfect timing for the Static Storm.
A little bit. Another important factor is the fact that Whitemon
is lane Thompson.
Level 4.
Oh my lord. Thompson Morphling. Oh no.
Though mid lane, got a couple of seconds left until the Static Storm's available, but Zephyr, he's just looking to run in to hide. Great Earth Spike coming through.
Don't delude yourself.
So now, Talon, they need to be speaking about how they're going to be able to address the Morphling in regards to this game. You know, potentially... Oh, hold that thought, KP. What's it on? They've got a really good position to take the fight. They're going to try and get the coil. They're avoiding Thompson at the moment, dealing with the supporting cask, and now they can go back to the Morphling with the perfect chain control, but it's not enough. Just TP out. Thompson, he'll make it away, but still, T1, they do lose both their supports in that skirmish.
Lose both of the supports, but both of the cause of farming, although Ana,
he's already got the glimpse maxed out. So Ana just stepping a little bit too far forward. The TP's come out, and this is going to be another death onto the Pudge, and it doesn't even bring Kid. It's probably going to have to be a Fissure into a Static Storm, and that's going to be exactly the case. A beautiful way for Talon to be able to set up, and they should have the damage to bring him down. Great read from Talon on how they need to execute that pickoff.
I think they can if you've got the Aghanim Scepter on Pudge, right? He should have a decent time with dealing with it. Silence on mid, Thompson, it's fun enough.
Top lane where they're moving. Q just walks in, Fissure into Echo Slam, a couple of rotations.
Advantage of this timing. Primal Roar's back up for KP.
They're going to see Ana.
The fact they've got this Hawk.
Can they blow him up though? Ana's pretty goddamn tanky and close to the T2 tower, and he's actually going to run at them. Ana lands the hook, and now Thompson's going to TP in, but the Static Storm Thompson He doesn't get the attribute shift off, but Talon, they're not going to commit into the middle. The retreat's been called, a 1-for-1. They still actually get rid of Ana towards the back line.
Primal Roar.
Look at this.
He's scouting out a little bit. The Hawk.
They just completed the BKB as well from 23 Savage, so it's a big item now to enable him just to run into the middle. He will still be very vulnerable into the instant Hex from the Lion, but without a blink from Whitemon, that could be difficult. Ana's Dismember as well is something that he has to fear. Smoke Hyde, great position to pop the smoke. They're going to wait for him to the higher ground. Instead, they'll turn to Hyde, trying to bring down to the shot though, but they might be able to pop the Savage. Savage didn't pop the BKB, nor the Shadow Dance as well. And Cuckoo, he'll tip in for it. That frees up the pit now as Tier 1. They're going to be able to go back and claim it. When Makoto, unless he has something else to say, a coil.
Shaker, where's Shaker?
They've got the Earthshaker, but he's nowhere to be seen. They're not going to jump on forward. So even though they get the 1 kill and a decent ultimate, there was no follow-up.
It would have been amazing if Q was just a little bit closer there. He has the Blink Dagger available. He was playing around the great vision that they
could go for a
had.
steal.
Could indeed. Seconds away from that Hawk. They're really trying to zone KP away. So
It's the timing perfect. Thompson gets the Aegis. Q, his Blink's getting cancelled as well, so he can't jump in with the Echo Slam. He'll finally get it off, but there is no follow-up. As Tier 1, they get the Aegis. They get the kill onto the Earthshaker as well. A great skirmish for them.
Kind of a worthless Echo Slam used as well, right? Like, we're not sure what the point of all that was. Maybe just some miscommunications coming through there where he thought people would be looking to connect through onto the Roche pit, but Aegis was already claimed. There's no real point to do that, and now you've respawned, you've still got that Blink Dagger, but again, it's going to be a good 100 seconds until you can have any impact with it. You go, timing, talk about timing.
They're onto Makoto. Whitemon with the instant stun. That's the Blink reveal. Oh,
in deep,
no. Hobson is in incredibly deep. Savage has got a bounce. They've got the roar as well to hold him down. He doesn't get the attribute shift off. A couple of cores getting a little bit too antsy here in this upper bracket fight.
It's not what you want if you're Talon.
Oh no. He could be able to blink and get the hook onto KP. He's actually going to jump on the high ground as well. Ana's going to be cautious because Savage, no hesitation with the use of the BKB. He's going to be able to stack up the entrance, but he's on the wrong side of the fissure. Savage just can't continue to right click. As T1, they jump with Ana, making sure that no man will go in alone.
Not world about the static storm providing.
Savage might be in trouble mid. Ana's going to jump. Oh, the bounce away. Now this is a bit deep here, but they know the BKB is on cooldown for the Slark, so it will be difficult for him to fight.
Steps in.
And Zephyr, he's going to look to jump in. Echo slams out. Q's going to find the ultimate before they secure the kill. But the damage, look how hesitant Talon are. Savage will be able to bounce back forward, and they've been able to isolate Ana. So another kill given over to Talon.
A bit too deep that time around, but that was the play. That at least now they're using their ultimates around these big objectives, you know? Previously around the Roche pit, 4-man coil by Makoto wasn't followed up by anything. Echo Slam's just being thrown out.
Jump, a quick burst. Thompson's nearby to blow him up, but it's just Thompson now, alone on an island. Let's see if they're going to be able to have the control. Thompson, he actually might look to turn around at Manfight because he has the scepter, turn it to the slug. But Thompson, he's leashed together. Again, what a crazy game.
Disrupted, that's what they want to do. And he's now switched out the Philosopher's Stone as well into the Psychic Headband, just making sure he can get off the best static.
They're going to glimpse him to the low ground. A double fissure's going to connect. Makoto's in as well. The Force Up not going to be able to reposition Ana out to the left side, and Savage will secure the kill. He gets a bunch of essence, and he's looking for more. But the bounce a little bit too slow as Whitemon's able to retreat, but Talon, they're on the hunt. Oh, what the hex? Whitemon, that was perfect, but the instant use of the Aeon Disc Makoto, he's okay. But the rest of Talon, they had to over-position. KP, he pushed himself too far forward, but he's got a BKB still in the arsenal. They're going to turn to try and deal with Zephyr, and look at Makoto holding back Thompson as well. The consistent use of the silencers making it very difficult for the Morphling to get into the middle of the fight, and now they've got the glimpse back onto KP. They know that BKB was already utilized. They need to kite Cuckoo at the moment, though. And we'll do just that.
He doesn't have beak.
Thompson's even going for the Lincolns as well, so another defensive item. Playing with Cuckoo mid lane.
Here might need to pop
Oh, nice 4-star. I don't think it's gonna matter though. Cuckoo gets up with the BKB, and Ana, Gonna try and jump into the middle. They're doing a really good job to kite the punch at the moment. Gets a Dismember out onto the Beastmaster. And Thompson now is entered the fight, but the instant use of the Static Storm, they're going to try and turn to deal with the Morphling. He gets the attribute shift off, and I don't think they're going to have the damage to kill off the Morph. Thompson survives, but the rest of Talon, they need to get out. Now they committed a lot of ultimates as Makoto is in trouble.
Whitemon!
Hex down, blown up thanks to our own high ground. They do not have Makoto here at the moment. Whitemon, he's just going to blind blink up, but the instant bash, and Savage is not going to mess around. He'll pop the BKB, but the double fall at Makoto. He'll find the coil onto 3. Where's the extra stun lock? It's going to come through for the Raw. They're targeting down Zephyr at the moment. He can pounce away, but Talon, they don't want to stick around. Look at the retreat. They see the buyback instantly out of Whitemon, but the Lion, he's in. They'll get the Hex. Makoto's going to be fine with the Aeon Disc. KP will try and TP up, but Arna's there with the Dismember. They'll stop that in its tracks as KP will be killed off. 70 seconds without the Beastmaster.
Picked off very quickly, and we prioritize his survival.
Arna's taking the outpost. So Savage has got the jump in, great force stuff, and they get the hook. Q's in trouble now. I don't know what they're going to be able to do to be able to protect the Earthshaker. They'll try and chuck up the Depth Shroud, but Q's gone. He doesn't have a buyback. This is a vital team fight. Without the Earthshaker, they might be in trouble as Savage. Early use of the Shadow Dance. He's going to look to retreat. He gets the pound, but they're going to block out the escape, and now they should be able to secure the kill. As Savage goes down, they're trying to catch up to Makoto. Tops him with the leap, just shy of getting the connection. As Makoto should escape, but they're ready to force some buy.
There is any other pushing happening around the map, but
Makoto, he might be able to solo kill the Lion with the ward on the high ground. He sees an easy kill off. He'll kill off Whitemon, and he'll get out as well. Oh, Makoto. Oh, this is why you give the man the puck and another courier.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Makoto.
He's legit just carrying the man.
He's
doing such a great job.
Savage, he'll get the pounce connection. The bash is out with the chain control from Q. They're going to be relying on the hook, but it clips onto Savage instead of the Viper. And there's no way they can protect Mr. Cuckoo. It's Talon. What a beautiful play for them. Down the third Roche advantage. Just pulling them everywhere across the map. Force completed an Abyssal Blade.
They got to just try and find a way to pop the Aeon Disc on Puck first. Where is that damage that's going to actually poke? It feels like it needs to be a lucky hook coming through from Ana.
Smoke hasn't popped just yet. They've gotten a lot of map control up onto the high ground. Instantly going to try and bring them down, but they've been able to isolate them. The Raw here at the moment. On the cliff. They'll get rid of Zephyr. Meanwhile, Savage going to try and turn to deal with Cuckoo. Again, the Slark is having a free fight. He gets the bash. Cuckoo tried to TP out, but he won't be able to do so. As they're going to be cautious about the Slark now. He's stolen way too much essence for T1 to be able to address him. And Savage recognizes this. He's going to pounce into the middle. Deals with Ana, but tops him. He's a completely different beast. Still with the Aegis for another 30 seconds, and it looks like Talon will respect this.
Just thinking maybe they might have...
What's the call? Ana very far forward. They're going to look to jump in and try and deal with the Pudge for the moment. Savage bashes out. They've been able to isolate him. Static Storm's going to get dropped as well. They want to take Ana out of the team fight, but they're going to be cautious about Thompson. He brought back prior. Operation Keep the Morphling alive, but the coil, it won't allow him to get into the middle. Talon, the disciplined gameplay. As soon as they see the buyback, they're going to look to retreat. But in fact, Makoto, he's into the middle. And Aeon Disc will buy him some time. He's able to get out to the left. Meanwhile, inside the river, Ana on his own. He just brought back. Ana, not like this. Jeez, it will not matter. He's got another round of the BKB. Thompson's here as well, but the Echo Q into the river, but they might still be able to get Savage. Slark's gone. T1, can they do it? At 3 against 5, Thompson against the world. Makoto should be able to kill off the Lion, but can they catch up to the Morphling? Gonna look to TP out at the triangle. They don't have any vision of the Morph at the moment, so Thompson will escape, but Talon, into the Roche they go.
Yeah, it's the safe play for sure, especially with Savage buying back. Level 28, scale even further, but Makoto, man, he is doing so much this game. He went into the Revenant's Brooch as well, nighttime.
All right, now on it for 50 seconds. See what Savage wants to do. An early use of the Shadow Dance. The longest cooldown. Makoto's just going to be up to space making. Does he have Aeon Disc back up? 15 seconds. They're probably going to need to somehow pop the Aeon Disc and then look to play the team fight afterwards. or you can just wait for the barracks and have Ana spawning up shortly. Should only be... I don't even think they'll get the full set.
You'll be happy enough with the melee. We're at the stage of the game where... Oh,
Cuckoo's
you
into
back
trouble.
four.
Nice waiting ripped into the fissure. Savage gonna jump under the tier 4 towers. They're gonna try and turn to deal with KP instead. The Aeon Disc protecting up the Beastmaster for the moment. They're gonna toss him back inside the base. KP protected with the cheese, but he's falling lower and lower. They can't even kill off the Beastmaster though until Ana jumps into the middle. They've got the damage finally to secure the kill, but Savage is out to the right side. A 1-for-1, but can they go back in on Talon? You've got the Age's advantage still, but Thompson is isolated inside the lane. Static Storm's gonna get laid down. Ana's gonna jump into the middle as well. They don't have the damage to deal with Thompson, but the Essence shift, it's starting to sack up, and Savage is just doing too much damage. Thompson gets the waveform out to the left side, but Savage, he'll pursue him down. The bounce is there. He's gonna be cautious though. He's gonna be cautious here on Savage. He's got the Aeon Disc. They might be able to kill off the first life, but can they kill him a second time? And it doesn't look like that's the case. As Makoto, he's had a completely free fight. This puck has done so much for Talon in game 1, and that is a big reason of why they will be victorious. Game 1 going the way of Talon.
Kodo beyond godlike, the old greedy mid that, Gabby was liking to say, but he was anything but.